Sweet Ninibang, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today we're going to talk about something that definitely split the fan base and people are up in arms about, and some people are okay about, I guess, but I see a lot more hatred towards this comic than anything else that I've seen in the fan base of recent. And this is the new IDW comic of Transformers X My Little Pony, and it's called Friendship in Disguise. So we're gonna have a little look at this today and see if it's actually as bad as everybody thought it would be. So to start off with, I had to go to a couple of places to pick this up actually. I went to Forbidden Planet in Manchester first of all, and it wasn't there, and I ended up picking this up from Travelling Man. I think you can pick this up at a bit of a discount price though if you go to like Forbidden Planet online, so that kind of tells me a little bit about how well it was selling. So let's kick this off with the fact I know very little about My Little Pony. I am in no means any kind of brony at all. I know nothing about My Little Pony. Yes, I grew up in the 80s, but I think every girl that I knew even in the 80s was not really an MLP or that kind of thing fan. They all the girls that I kind of knew and were around, they had more of a liking towards Care Bears, and I remember actually watching the Care Bear movie myself in the cinema, the one with the purple goo or something somewhere. I remember that anyway. So my experience with My Little Pony, and certainly with modern My Little Pony, is absolutely very limited. I probably know more about Rainbow Bright than I know about My Little Pony. So that's the start of it. I can't say the references point to about whether the reference points for My Little Pony are good, or if some of the in-jokes for My Little Pony are good, because I know zero about My Little Pony. So we can start with the art style. And looking at the art style on the front cover, it's a little bit more of a cutesy art style, I guess, than we're used to, certainly recently from IDW. You know, the latest comics, all the Transformers comics, has a bit more of a grittier look to it. This is very much done in the My Little Pony one, but certainly the front cover, I don't mind the way that Prime looks. I'm not sure about Megs with his massive eye makeup here, but certainly the Prime here looks really nice. A little bit kids and cutesy, but yeah, not too bad. When we open it up, the rest of the artwork here, like I say, you can see the My Little Ponies are very cutesy, but when they need to, you can see RC here, they still have that kind of IDW aggressive looking Transformers. So it's done, the artwork here is very nice. I actually really like the way that it's been done, even if it does have that little bit more of a cutesiness to it. I don't actually mind it. I think it's not too bad. Story wise, this is just the first comic here, but the story of this is, at the moment, I would say it's okay. I won't get into spoilers just in this section. I'll go through the spoilers in the next section. Without spoilers, the story at the moment is rather basic. As it says here, friendship in disguise. It's very much based around friendship and people being friends, so it's all very nice, cutesy. They haven't tried to be edgy with this at all. They haven't taken the My Little Ponies down some kind of darker path. There's still, you know, the Transformers in it, I would say, are also maybe a little bit nicer than they usually would be, I guess, within the Transformers universe. So yeah, it's a lot nicer, but it hasn't blown me away, let's say. I didn't expect it to. I thought it was going to be an interesting take. When I opened the first page, I actually thought it was going to be a lot better than I thought it was that it turned out to be. I'm still going to pick up the second one. I'll still review the second one and go through it with you guys on the channel so that we can have a little look. But would I recommend this? I'm not sure if I would recommend this at the moment. It's not, like I say, it hasn't blown me away, it hasn't gripped me, but it is a little bit of fun, and it's probably not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So now we're going to dip into spoilers, and I'm going to show you first of all why I thought at least that this was going to be funnier than it actually turned out to be, because we all remember the hate that came out, the rage plague hate that came out about this when this was announced by IDW, and the first page actually speaks a little to that, because we open up in Equestria, where there's this pony, and it says, "See, this is why these nonsense crossover stories shouldn't even happen. What continuity is this even supposed to take place in? If Dr. Calibron still has his castle, then this should be before Darling Do has the Sapphire Skull." And the guy just says, "I think it's just supposed to be fun." Can I buy a second one? This is no longer mint. I mean, this is pretty funny. It's a nice little opener there. I wonder if they did that after all of the hate that came out about this. So that's quite a fun little addition. At the beginning of this, you get to see all the bots and the ponies that are in it. So we have Twilight Sparkle, Queen Chrysalis, Party, and Rainbow Dash. It does have other ponies, so I'm not sure why there's only those ones that are there. Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Windblade, RC, Grimlock, Megatron, Starscream, and Shockwave. And again, we do also see a couple of other bots in the background as we go through. So it opens up with this Queen Chrysalis. Is this one supposed to be? Yeah, Queen Chrysalis. We open up with Queen Chrysalis. Again, I don't know if this is a staple bad pony of the My Little Pony universe, but she's trying to summon. She's a changeling pony, so she's trying to summon other changelings or other things that can change to help her in her battle against the ponies. And then we cut to Cybertron wrote very nicely there, where as always the bots are attacking each other, and we have Megatron fighting with Prime around an abandoned space bridge, and what they realise is this space bridge goes somewhere else. It actually goes to a different dimension, but this is because Queen Chrysalis, I think she's called, is actually making it work, and they all come through like Power Rangers through the space bridge. Nice little cameo by Grimlock there. Yeah, me Grimlock ready to go. Oh, friends, ditch Grimlock again. So Grimlock gets pissed off because he didn't manage to follow everybody else. We see them all come into the planet, and then when they get there, nice little cameo there by the Insecticons as well. You can see that the artwork here goes a little bit too cutesy for its own good in places, but you can see the difference, especially with people like Soundwave and people like that. So they end up on Equestria, and then once they're on Equestria, you get this little Prime and B are trying not to die, basically. Prime says that he'll give up his life for Bumblebee, and then one of the ponies hears them, and because that's like an ultimate act of friendship, decides to help them and save them. You get a nice little face-off here between Queen Chrysalis and Megatron, so those two are going to actually pair up. During this, Windblade was talking to the ponies as well. You see Queen Chrysalis riding Megatron into battle against the Autobots, but Starscream seems to have landed in some town and is already trying to run the town. He's decided that he's going to take over Equestria and let Megatron have Cybertron and everything, and this will be his kind of seat of his new Decepticon empire. Nice crown, nice throwback, and cloak, so the ponies are making him his little shining him up ready. But Then RC out of nowhere attacks Starscream, karate kicking him straight into the face, and then she kind of makes friends with this pony here, and then they spend the rest of pretty much the entire comic kind of getting to know each other and becoming friends. You don't know if the pony may be a little bit enamored with RC as you go through it, or if they're just some heavy friendship vibes there. And they're talking about her being a tailor and what she's done versus what the bot has done, and they have a nice conversation as they go through it until the Decepticons attack one. So they win the battle by chucking Starscream's coat at the two Seekers. So the whole thing ends with RC and Rarity becoming good friends, fast friends for sure, and we'll see what happens in the next one. So not a lot really happens. There's a lot most of the comic is actually taken up with the conversation between RC and Rarity, and we'll see what happens in the next episode. We get some nice artwork at the back for the next issue. That was the front cover that I got, and then I think there was another cover as well, with RC and Rarity on the front. Advert for the My Little Pony, another one of their comics, and then on the back is an advert for Spider-Man on the back of this one. So would I recommend this? As I've already said, I wouldn't say that I would recommend this to anybody. I'm going to keep buying it and keep reading it to see where it goes. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's certainly not the kind of story that I'm really as intrigued to find out about what goes on as I am with the Terminator one, because there's just not a lot. To be fair, not a lot happened in this one. They ended up there, and there was a conversation, and not being heavily invested at all in a My Little Pony line, it's difficult for me to kind of really care about the conversation between those two characters, because I'm probably missing the trick on why some of those conversations were as good as they should be. So guys, let me know what you think of this after my little description of the comic itself. Is it as bad as you thought it was going to be? Have you picked it up and really liked it? Do you know a lot about My Little Ponies? Am I missing something here that was actually absolutely hilarious or really good just because I don't get the MLP jokes? So just let me know down in the comments, guys. And if you're new around here, give us a like, a share and a subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!